Welcome to Step 4 of my Breaking Brain series, giving you the bliss of a deep trance, systematically preparing your mind for deep programming, clearing the way for my desires, wants, and manipulation, which brings us to Step 4, using the responses we've created to help me obtain my goals and my desired outcome. And you've been doing great so far. Every volume has built on the last. They all work together. Each volume has its own volumes. 1, and every 2, volume and 3 before this helps the last volume. Will help this final volume go deeper into your mind. As always, all work together harmoniously. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go. It's time for us to spend time together, using all our tools in this 4th volume. Now eventually, I'm going to put them all together to make a super loop. Doesn't that sound fun? Of course it does. Nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. It's taken diligence, attention, and focus sink into the comfort. And you know that all of this work, all of this listening and blissing out, you will be rewarded with pleasure for your efforts and a wonderful feeling of the satisfaction of a job well done. 10, 9, 8, every number. 7 brings you that much deeper. 6, 5, every number helps 4, me purr my way 3, deep into your subconscious 2, mind. 1, every number drop makes you drop. And the part of you that pays attention, the part of you that absorbs all of my commands, all of my suggestions, it pays attention. And paying attention to my words may sound simple, but there are times when it becomes very difficult to follow each and every sentence, and letting your mind drift while you listen is very natural, because that's what my voice does to you. But that part of you that needs to pay attention does. It pays attention to each and every sentence as it strings you along, pulling you down into a wonderful weave of wanting. And there's some special pleasures that permeate your mind when you find the moments in my work that affect you, even while you try to analyze. Because while you do your best to absorb each and every meaning of my words, they hit deep and they affect you even deeper. As you do your best to keep track of everything I've said, and you try your hardest not to fall deeper into trance while you listen, it's so easy to accidentally slip a little deeper. And that's okay. You're going to listen again and again and again. And the more you listen to all of the Breaking Brain series files, the more powerful my words become. The more you do your best to analyze my words, to follow the pacing, the rhythm, the sentences, the structure that constructs this elaborate world around you, that you're allowed to fall in even deeper to my world. You have to pay attention to my words flow through you. And the more you pay attention, the more you transcribe together, as every letter flows easily through my voice, as the sentences and the paragraphs produce deeper effects that affect you even more. And my pauses affect you as you listen, as you let yourself focus more and more on what I have to say and how I say it flow through you, the better you feel. It's so simple, isn't it? I'm going to string the together more you pay attention, story that you the more you surrender, your conscious mind, the better you feel. There are moments when this is so easy, when the pauses are long and the sentences are short. There's a rhythm in the wanting and willing nature of your mind. But then there's also times when I talk very fast and suddenly it becomes very difficult to follow. And you do your best to focus more and more, and the more you focus, the better you feel. The pleasure becomes very real as you listen and obey. And then there's a pause. Now, there might be some flaws here and there that you listen and care so much about, and yet they don't really matter at all. Sometimes I say things, and it makes no sense to your conscious mind. Sometimes I repeat myself. Because after all, the only thing that matters is you allow yourself to drift in this fantasy that becomes a reality all too easily. And even if the words are fast and you have difficulty following them, feeling the pleasure building up inside of you, like a little stroke in those pleasurable places with each and every word, as I enunciate beautifully and permeate those senses with different sensations that keep building up more and more. As you do your best to listen and open that door in your mind that leads into the focus that pulls you further and further into this luscious lust that keeps creeping up and down your spine, connecting your mind with the powerful feelings, the feelings down there between your legs. Everywhere, feeling more and more pleasure, and then the softness, the warmth, paying attention, being rewarded for each and every moment. A mention of appreciation from me to your focus. Your desire to lose yourself even more in this fire, because that is what it does. And the more you try to stay awake, to follow my words, the easier you'll fall. I wonder how things will change. The changes will feel good. The changes might be subtle, but make no mistake, you will be changed. For the better, for my better. How the words form flowing strings of clouds that create deep fantasies and permeate inside your mind again and again. We take all of the work we've done, all of the clearing of unnecessary things, laying the pathway for you to be my perfect slave, so obedient, where the pleasure becomes a treasure that you keep deep inside, down below between your legs where they hide from the world sometimes. Present, the arousal still felt, my words become whole whirlwinds that cover your mind and then turn around into even more desire and pleasure. And I wonder how deeply I can inspire that treasure to be found and appreciated. Is the treasure around the corner and crevices of your subconscious mind? Are there places I haven't been yet? I can always find them. That glittering, beautiful, sparkling that helps every fire rising from the ashes. It doesn't make sense to you. It's okay. And an unknown fox drifting through the woods, finding his prey in its precious moment. There's a sweet, wonderful appreciation, not just for what is now, but what an appreciation for what was, an appreciation and for what will be. Now that all the files working together, now that all the files work together to mold you and create that obedient, submissive slave, the one that I've molded. Sweet, wonderful appreciation, because so many wonderful things are going to happen now. You feel it everywhere. You feel the tingles everywhere. You feel it from down below, those sunny states of being where warmth wrapped around the words. There was a first, there'll be a last, but the pleasure will last as long as I wanted to. The words weaving around and through your mind, taking control of what I find. Those sunny states. There have been those that made mistakes, and as I see them, I'll put them in their place. There was a first, because the transcribing department in your mind is one of diligence and focus, attention to detail, and my words above all else. Because the more you heard what I said and transcribed it instead into sentences and structure that doesn't quite fit in your head, but that's okay, because the more you listen, the more powerful it becomes. That is the way it is supposed to be. Now I could go on and on and on and on and let your desire build so strong that you could barely hold back, and it becomes inescapable for little exclamations to escape your lips. I wonder if a drop or a drip would have the same effect. However, it would be too easy to just say that one word that pushes you over the edge. No, it's much more fun to let you slide deeper and deeper, and the edge always seems a bit further away. You focus and go into trance and obey completely. There's a state
on a deeper
where you
level,
sometimes wait for the next
than you
words
ever
to
thought
drop.
possible.
Your mind is
Every
willing to stop
stroke,
all the thoughts
every pant,
and only feel the
every
pleasure that
hidden
is
moan
real,
is for my pleasure.
reeling through your senses.
And what I
Nerves
want you
that
to
need
do,
attention, and a little pop, then a drop,
tease and push
causes the
yourself
moans
to the
grow.
edge without
So
going
while
over.
you follow and analyze,
You know I won't tolerate you
everything I
going over
say,
the edge without
and
permission.
how my words affect you,
And part
and
of the
how
fun
you fantasize
is
and
that you
search
learn
the
to
ways
delay
into your
until
thoughts
I
that help
give the
them
word.
even deeper into
The
you.
word
It's
that
easy
you know,
to join, but
those
earning
3
your place
letters
takes
of
effort.
delicious
You
release,
have to
but
pay
not
full
yet, Tom.
attention to my
Not
words
yet.
with that part of your mind that lets me
That's right.
in. Purring
Perhaps
my
you even
way
wonder
deep
if
into
my
your
words are
subconscious
putting you in a
mind.
trance.
And the better
But
that part pays attention,
the sound of my
the
voice
more
is
you are
enough in
rewarded
itself,
with
so I
pleasure.
can
The more
sneakily using
accurate your
words
work, the better you
to
feel.
make your mind
the more
go
you
up
please me,
and
the
down
better
as you
you feel,
stroke
and the
time
very
and time
real
again.
appreciation
With
of
my
your work
words,
allows
my
you
pauses,
to feel even better.
your pleasure goes up
knowing that
and
I
down.
approve
And
is
while
the
I'm talking, you
best
feel
thing.
your body
You
more
love
and
it.
more.
You feel it
When
with
I pause,
every nerve,
it's almost
every
a
cell of
delay
your
in
body,
your pleasure.
each and every moment
So you try
that you
harder
spent
and
on
harder
doing
to
this for me,
edge for as long as I
learning
want you to.
all of my
And
rules
once
on
it's time
becoming
for the
what I want
countdown,
you to become.
you will
I
not do
appreciate you.
anything until
Now
commanded.
while I have your mind in this grip
Your
of mine,
mind
and
and
find
body
and
listening for
and
every
mine for
word,
even more pleasure,
hoping for me to keep
down
on
below for the
talking
treasure,
while you
the glitter of
stroke,
gold,
while
there's
you
just a secret that isn't quite
stroke,
shared.
while you
There's
feel
many
more
perfections
and more pleasure,
and
the
imperfections,
sound of
both
my voice,
in
enjoying
what
this
I've done
interruption
here
of desire,
and in what you
growing
do. The
more and
beauty
more with
is
every
that
single
all
word
of it works
desire.
together and
That's
makes it
right.
work, and you're rewarded
You
with the
stroke
pleasure
for me.
when you do.
It's as intense as you make it.
You
as
get
I've made
used
it,
to the
as I've
pleasure, the
programmed you to
enjoyment,
be.
the sound of my voice.
Laying the foundation.
While I give you
Enough
instruction,
energy
like a
will be
little
how drop.
while I'm giving you
Stroke your mind
instruction, those
together
pleasurable
all the
places
things
you
that I put out
love
each and every
to
word
be
becomes
commanded
as I
Rolling
enunciate
some
beautifully,
like I
something
said,
naughty,
and permeate
not
those
enough.
senses
In the
You
end,
can have
different
as much
sensations
pleasure as you want.
keep building up.
as I've made
Enjoy
it,
yourself
as
to the
I've programmed you
fullest.
be. Laying the
You,
foundation.
As you do your
It
best
feels so
to
good.
listen and open
And I
that
don't even have
door
to give you
in your
explicit
mind
instructions
that
on how to
leads
stroke.
into the focus.
I let this be up
pulls
to
you
you.
further and
The
further
only thing that's
into
important
this luscious lust
is that you
that
don't
keeps creeping up
orgasm
and down
without
your
my
spine,
permission.
connecting your mind.
You understand
with
that.
the powerful
You
feelings.
know that.
The feelings
And I want you
emanating
to be
between
a
your
drooling,
legs,
delicious wreck.
everywhere,
And you love it.
feeling more and more
You
pleasure.
love it.
And then
And I'm going to
the
take all that
softness,
you have to give.
the warmth,
Your mind, make you completely
paying
obedient
attention,
in the most
being
pleasurable of
rewarded
ways.
for each
An
and every
orgasmic
moment.
surrender, so to speak.
A mention
Yes.
of appreciation from me to your focus,
That's it.
to your
Teasing,
desire
pushing,
to lose yourself even
pushing
more
you to the
in this
edge
fire,
again and
because
again.
that is what it does.
Edging
And the more you try to stay
long
awake,
as I
to
want
follow
you
my
to.
words, the
Teasing you,
easier you'll fall.
growing more
I
and more.
wonder.
I'm going
I
to
wonder
count
how
down.
things will change.
10.
The changes.
An
will feel
innocent
good.
number.
The
An
changes
innocent number
might
by
be subtle,
itself.
but
9.
make no mistake,
More numbers that count
you
down.
will be changed.
All
For
the
the
way
better, for my better.
to the
How the words
possibility of
form,
release.
flowing strings of clouds that create deep
Intensifying your
fantasies
pleasure. 8.
and permeate inside
the
your
next
mind
day.
again and
Teasing,
again.
tempting,
We take all
throwing you
the
for
work
that
we've done,
infinite loop.
all of the
7.
clearing of
You feel
unnecessary
lucky to
things,
feel this much pleasure
laying the
growing
pathway
in your body, wanting that release
for you
so strongly.
to be my
Now perhaps I
perfect,
should stop counting, Tom.
perfect slave.
Leave you
So
with the
obedient,
tease.
where the pleasure
Or perhaps
becomes
I
a
just
treasure
delayed
that
it
you
to
keep
make it
deep
unexpected.
inside, down
5.
below between your
I
legs
can
where
hear
they hide
you. I
from the
hear you.
world
4.
sometimes.
You don't have a single choice.
Present,
You know that
the
you'll lose your
arousal
mind.
still felt. My
3.
words become
Soon
whirlwinds
that
surrender
cover your mind,
completely,
and then turn around
sometimes
into even more
you'll
desire and
surrender
pleasure.
twice
And
as
I wonder
deep.
how deeply
One,
I can inspire that treasure
this is all
to
just
be
one
found and
deeply
appreciated.
tense
treasuring the temptation,
worry.
the
Treasure
desire,
around
the
the
want,
corner and
the
crevices of
need.
your subconscious
Every number
mind.
will drop you
Are there
deeper
places I
and
haven't
multiply
been
the
yet?
intensity.
I can always
10,
find simple suggestion
9,
that
glittering,
said
8,
that
beautiful,
mind,
sparkling,
7,
helps
6,
every fire
almost,
rising
5,
from the
and
ashes.
especially
4, keep
desiring
edging
dreams
for
can
me.
be
Doesn't
3,
make sense
feel
to
my
you.
control
It's
growing
okay.
in your body.
And an unknown
2,
fox,
bursting at the
1, you
drifting
don't
through the
stop,
woods,
finding his
contained
prey.
within
You don't stop,
in its
the
precious
release is your
moment. Your
resistance.
brain,
All
trying
you
to
have
resist
left is total
from different
obedience as you
appreciation,
surrender,
not
just for what is
deeper
now.
with
The
everything I
pressure
say, and I wonder
increased,
where your
what
mind
the
will
pleasure
wander, where your
multiplies,
thoughts will tread.
feeling the desire deep, closer
doesn't
and
matter.
closer.
Your
Letting
will
it 5
is no longer your own,
4,
and it seems
edging
that you've already
3,
begun.
having no
Like
choice.
to listen.
2,
To
are
let
you
yourself
ready?
drift
Are you
into
ready?
flow soft
1,
sensation
letting
that
dancing
goes
on
back
that edge,
and forth, breezes back
and
and forth into
so
your mind,
close,
and then
and
it's only
come,
slightly teasing.
come for
It
me.
doesn't matter. Or
That's
your will
right.
is no
It's
longer
such a
your
wonderful
own, and it
relief
seems
for your mind
that
to
you've
follow.
already
Such a
begun.
wonderful relief
To listen, to let yourself
not
drift
blissful
and flow,
emptiness.
letting the words go back and forth into your mind, and then it's only slightly teasing. So many unnoticed things. Our emotions run free. They are unrestrained by the logic that is contained inside our heads. Instead, feelings flee and run free
That keep building up more and more as you do your best to listen and open that door in your mind that leads into the focus that pulls you further and further into this luscious lust that keeps creeping up and down your spine, connecting your mind with the powerful feelings, the feelings down there between your legs, everywhere, feeling more and more pleasure, and then the softness, the warmth, paying attention, being rewarded for each and every moment. A mention of appreciation from me to your focus. Your desire to lose yourself even more in this fire, because that is what it does. And the more you try to stay awake, to follow my words, the easier you'll fall. I wonder how things will change. The changes will feel good. The changes might be subtle.
Another question would
Make
be
no
how
mistake.
would your mind put together
You
all
will
the
be
things that I
changed.
put out there?
For the better,
From intense
for my better.
to subtle,
How the words form,
sweet
flowing strings of clouds
naughty.
that create
In
deep
the end,
fantasies
it's as
and
intense
permeate
as you make it,
inside
as
your
I've
mind
made it, as
again
I've
and
programmed you
again.
to be.
We take
Laying
all
the
the work
foundation
we've done,
empty,
all of the
drop,
clearing of unnecessary
Do
things,
you put together this file?
laying the
The
pathway
soft, rolling river of
for
sensation
you
is something more naughty or
to
nice?
be my perfect slave, so obedient, where the pleasure
would be how
becomes a treasure
would your
that you
mind
keep
put together
deep
all the things that I
inside,
put out there?
down below between
From
your legs where they hide
to subtle,
from the world
from
sometimes.
sweet to naughty.
Present,
In the end,
the
it's as
arousal
intense
still
as you
felt.
make it,
My
as I've
words
made it,
become
as I've programmed
whole
you to be.
whirlwinds that
Laying
cover your
the
mind
foundation,
and then turn around
empty,
into even
drop,
more desire and pleasure.
blank.
And I
Do you
wonder how
put together
deeply
this file?
I can inspire
The
that
soft,
treasure to be
rolling
found and
river of
appreciated.
sensation with something
Will
more
you
naughty
enjoy the
and
treasure
immensely.
around the corner and crevices of
Sometimes
your subconscious
I'm
mind?
purposely going to
Are
be
there
missing
places I haven't been yet?
some
I can
words.
always find them.
This is all
That
just to
glittering,
confuse you.
beautiful, sparkling that
Don't
helps
worry.
every fire
You'll notice moments
rising from the
disappearing in
ashes.
time. You'll feel
Doesn't make sense
a little
to you.
tease.
It's okay.
A simple
And an
suggestion
unknown
will be
fox
said that your
drifting
mind
through the
can
woods,
interpret however
finding
it
his
desires.
prey in its precious moment.
And especially desiring dreams
There's a
can be
sweet,
incredibly
wonderful
powerful,
appreciation,
especially if I
not
put them
just
there,
for what is now,
bursting at the seams
but
and yet
what
contained within your mind. Well, you'll enjoy it immensely. Your brain, trying to refrain, I'm purposely going to be missing, falling deeper with everything I say, and I wonder where your mind will confuse you, where your thoughts will tread. Worry. You'll notice moments that you might listen, letting your thoughts drift a little
as I take
and enjoy the light teasing.
as I take
Simple
you
suggestion
so
will be
deep,
said that your
brushing
mind
over
can
your
interpret
cheeks,
however
the
it
soft
desires.
sensation that
More of your
repeats,
brain, and
creating
especially
like
desiring
breezes
dreams
brushing
can
over
be
your cheeks.
incredibly
the
powerful,
repetition
especially
and
if I put
indication
them there
of the induction
bursting at the seams and
or
yet contained
Is it
within your
simply
mind.
An instruction for your mind to
Your
follow,
brain,
effortless,
trying to
find
find
another
another
place to be from different
or not to be,
sensations. As I take you
falling
so
deeper with
deep,
everything I say, and I wonder where your mind will wander,
just
where your
steal
thoughts
some
will
more
tread.
of your brain, creating, debating.
Instead, you might listen, letting your
Because
thoughts
of
drift
the
a
training
little,
that I'm doing,
and enjoy
of
them
course,
like
allowing you to
teasing,
explore so much
like
more, allowing me
breezes brushing
I am
over your
inside.
cheeks, a soft sensation that repeats,
in the end,
like breezes brushing over your cheeks. But is the repetition an indication of the induction? Or is it simply an instruction for your mind to follow and find another place to be or not to be?
when your thoughts stop and no longer see the gaps or feel the gaps, only the skip of a beat.
Are my words naughty or nice? What words are important for you to grasp onto? Slip away, pop, pop, pop. In the end, they're merely a time frame, a framework for your thoughts to climb and then fall deep. The inevitable drop that will happen when your thoughts stop
for your thoughts to
and no
climb
longer
then
see the
fall deep.
gaps or feel the gaps,
inevitable
only
drop
the skip
that will
of
happen
a beat.
when your thoughts stop and no longer see the gaps or feel the gaps, only the skip of a beat.
Are my words naughty or nice? What words are important for you to grasp onto? Slip away, pop, pop, pop. In the end, this is just a slightly teasing sensation. Or my words.
Now again, I'm going to leave it up to you.
They're merely a time frame,
Up to you whether
a framework for
you
your
awaken
thoughts to climb and
once
then
this
fall
file
deep.
is complete,
The inevitable drop
or whether you stay
will
nice
happen
and deep, but
when
make
your
no
thoughts
mistake.
stop.
No matter
You
what
no
you
longer
choose,
see the gaps or feel
you'll
the gaps,
always
only
be
the
deep in my
skip
trance.
of a
You'll
beat.
always feel good. You'll always be connected to me. So I'm going to count down, but you can think of it as counting up if you are going to be needing some energy to do some things. 10, because words have deep meaning. They create new truths for you. 9, they blend reality and fantasy in such a way that meanings meander and melt into your thoughts. 8, allowing us to enjoy all kinds of sensations, creations within words. 7, allowing your mind to simply go with the flow for a moment. Relax. 6, you might even notice that your breathing follows mine. 5, softly going in and out of attention as you enjoy the moment more and more. 4, all of your mind to know that all will be okay. 3, again, more steps and again, so that you feel so good, so changed, profoundly changed from this breaking of your brain. 2, embrace the calm.
Goodbye for now.
1,
And remember,
nothing